Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss exercise of chapter 3 current electricity. This is the first question. The storage battery of a car has an EMF of 12 volt. If the internal resistance of the battery is 0.4 ohm, what is the maximum current that can be drawn from the battery? This is given. EMF of the battery is given, that is 12 volt. Internal resistance is given, that is 0.4 ohm. There is no external resistance as given in the question, and we have to find the maximum current. Formula of current is I max is equal to net EMF upon net resistance. So here I max is equal to E upon R, small r, that is internal resistance, and E is 12 volt. Put the values. 12 upon 0.4 on dividing, we will get 30 ampere. So maximum current drawn from the battery is 30 ampere. This is the second question. A battery of EMF 10 volt and internal resistance 3 ohm is connected to a resistor. If the current in the circuit is 0.5 ampere, what is the resistance of the resistor? What is the terminal voltage of the battery when the circuit is closed? Here given is EMF of the battery is 10 volt, internal resistance is 3 ohm, current drawn is 0.5 ampere, and we have to find external resistance R and terminal voltage V. This is all given and we have to find. So formula of current is net EMF upon net resistance. Net EMF is E and net resistance is R plus R. So R is equal to E upon I minus small r. E is 10, I is 0.5 and small r is 3. So we will get external resistance is equal to 17 ohm. Here we have to find terminal voltage of the battery, that is V is equal to IR. I is 0.5, R we calculated, that is 17 ohm. So multiply these two, we will get 8.5 volt. This is the terminal voltage of the battery. Or we can find this from this formula as well. V is equal to E minus IR. E is 10, I is 0.5 and R is 3. So on solving, 10 minus 1.5 is equal to 8.5 volt. This is the next question. There are 3 resistors, 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohm are combined in series. What is the total resistance of the combination? आपको 3 resistances given हैं और वो series में connected हैं. आपने net resistance in series निकालनी है. That we know, that directly added. Second is, if the combination is connected to a battery of EMF 12 volt and negligible internal resistance, obtain the potential drop across each resistor. This is given. R1 is equal to 1 ohm, R2 is equal to 2 ohm and R3 is equal to 3 ohm. EMF of the battery is 12 volt. Internal resistance R is negligible, so it is 0 ohm. Resistance in series we have to calculate, and we have to calculate potential drop across each resistor. So we have to find V1, V2 and V3. Resistance in series is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, that is equal to 1 ohm plus 2 ohm plus 3 ohm is equal to 6 ohm. So net resistance in series, that is 6 ohm. and internal resistance is 0. So we have to find the current. Current is equal to net EMF upon net resistance. Net EMF is 12 volt, net resistance is 6 ohm. So current drawn from the battery is 2 ampere. So potential drop across resistance R1, that is equal to V1. V1 is equal to IR, IR1. I is 2 ampere and R1 is 1 ohm. So voltage drop is 2 into 1 is equal to 2 volt. Potential drop across resistance R2, that is equal to V2 is equal to IR2. I is 2 ampere, R2 is 2 ohm. So 2 2s are 4, 4 volt. Potential drop across resistance R3, that is equal to V3 is equal to IR3. I is 2 ampere, R3 is 3 ohm. So 2 3s are 6, 6 volt is the potential drop across resistance R3. This is the next question. There are 3 resistors, 2 ohm, 4 ohm and 5 ohm are combined in parallel. What is the total resistance of the combination? आपको 3 resistors given है जो parallel में connected हैं. आपको net resistance निकालनी है combination की. Second part है, if the combination is connected to a battery of EMF 20 volt and negligible internal resistance, then determine current through each resistor and total current drawn from the battery. Given R1 is equal to 2 ohm, R2 is equal to 4 ohm, R3 is equal to 5 ohm. Net resistance in parallel we have to find. EMF of the battery is 20 volt. Current through each resistor I1, I2 and I3 we have to find. Resistance in parallel. The formula is 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Put the value of R1, R2 and R3. So 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 5. Take LCM. LCM is 20. So we will get 10 plus 5 plus 4 upon 20, that is equal to 19 upon 20. And this is equal to 1 upon Rp. So we have to find Rp is equal to 20 upon 19 ohm. Now total current drawn from the battery is, current is equal to net EMF upon net resistance. So EMF is given 20 volt and net resistance in parallel combination is 20 upon 19. So we will get current drawn from the battery is 19 ampere. 20 से 20 cancel हो जाएगा. So current through resistor R1, that is equal to I1 is equal to E upon R1. E is 20 volt, R1 is 2 ohm. So current drawn or current passing through resistance R1 is 10 ampere. Similarly, I2 is equal to E upon R2. E is 20, R2 is 4. So current is 5 ampere. And current through the resistance R3, that is equal to I3 is equal to E upon R3. E is 20, R3 is 5. So 20 upon 5 is equal to 4 ampere. So you can check the net current, total current passing through these all 3 resistors, 10 plus 5 plus 4, that is 19 ampere. In this way we can verify. Next is, at room temperature 27 degrees Celsius, resistance of a heating element is 100 ohm. What is the temperature of the element if the resistance is found to be 117 ohm? Given temperature coefficient of the material of resistor is equal to 1.70 into 10 raised to minus 4 per degree Celsius. we know that resistance changes with temperature. So it is given room temperature 27 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे किसी मटेरियल की रेजिस्टेंस 100 ओम है. At what temperature resistance will be 117 ohm? So given R1 is equal to 100 ohm, R2 is equal to 117 ohm. Alpha temperature coefficient is equal to 1.70 into 10 raised to power minus 4 per degree Celsius. T1 is 27 degree Celsius and T2 we have to find. So we know the relation of resistance with temperature. R2 is equal to R1 into 1 plus alpha into T2 minus T1, where R1 is the resistance at temperature T1 and R2 is the resistance at temperature T2. Here we have to find T2. अब आप क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे, just solve it. We will get T2 minus T1 is equal to R2 minus R1 upon R1 into alpha. So we have to find here T2. So right side में T1 ले आएंगे तो आपके पास बन जाएगा T2 is equal to R2 minus R1 upon R1 into alpha plus T1. Put all these values, these are given. So T2 is equal to 117 minus 100 divided by 100 into 1.70 into 10 raised to power minus 4 plus 27. Solve it. ऊपर 117 में से 100 माइनस करेंगे तो 17 आएगा, नीचे भी 1.7 है तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. जस्ट यू विल गेट द आंसर इज टोटल फाइनल रिजल्ट T2 is equal to 1027 degree Celsius. This is the temperature at which resistance of given heating element will be 117 ohm. Next question. A negligible small current is passed through a wire of length 15 meter and uniform cross section 6.0 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter square and its resistance is 5 ohm. What is the resistivity of the material at the temperature of the experiment? आपको वायर की लेंथ गिवन है, एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन गिवन है, रेजिस्टेंस गिवन है और आपको रेजिस्टिविटी फाइंड करनी है. दिस इज वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. सो गिवन है एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन A is equal to 6.0 into 10 raised to power minus 7 meter square. Length is 15 meter and resistance is 5 ohm. We have to find resistivity. Formula of resistivity rho is equal to RA upon L. So rho is equal to R की वैल्यू थी 5 into A कितना है 6 into 10 raised to power minus 7 upon L कितनी है 15 meter. Just put all these values and solve. We will get rho resistivity is equal to 2 into 10 raised to power minus 7 ohm meter. Next question. A silver wire has a resistance of 2.1 ohm at 27.5 degrees Celsius and a resistance of 2.7 ohm at 100 degrees Celsius. Determine the temperature coefficient of resistivity of silver. This is also the same question. Relation of resistance with temperature. Here R1 is equal to 2.1 ohm. T1 is equal to 27.5 degrees Celsius. R2 is equal to 2.7 ohm. T2 is equal to 100 degrees Celsius. And we have to find alpha. So relation of resistance with temperature is R2 is equal to R1 into 1 plus alpha into T2 minus T1. So alpha is equal to R2 minus R1 upon R1 into T2 minus T1. पुट ऑल दीज वैल्यूज, R1 गिवन है, T1 गिवन है, R2 गिवन है, T2 गिवन है, एंड फॉर्मूला ऑफ अल्फा इज दिस. सो अल्फा इज इक्वल टू 2.7 माइनस 2.1 अपॉन 2.1 इंटू 100 माइनस 27.5. तो यहाँ पे 100 माइनस 27.5 जो है वो 72.5 आएगा. 2.7 माइनस 2.1 दैट इज 0.6 and 2.1 is 2.1. Then solve it. We will get alpha is equal to 0.0039 per degree Celsius. This is the next question. A heating element using nichrome connected to a 230 volt supply draws an initial current of 3.2 ampere which settles after a few seconds a steady value of 2.8 ampere. तो इनिशियल करंट है यहाँ पे 3.2 एम्पियर, स्टडी करंट आफ्टर सम टाइम इज 2.8 एम्पियर एंड वोल्टेज अप्लाइड इज 230 वोल्ट. What is the study temperature of the heating element if the room temperature is 27 degrees Celsius? Temperature coefficient of resistance of nichrome averaged over the temperature range involved is 1.70 into 10 raised to power minus 4 per degree Celsius. Here what we have to find? Study temperature at which current is 2.8 ampere. यहाँ पे हमें 2 करंट्स गिवन है और वोल्टेज अप्लाइड गिवन है. तो हम यहाँ पे और टेम्परेचर्स गिवन है. फाइंड क्या करना है? स्टडी टेम्परेचर. दिस इज अबाउट द सेम बट ए लिटिल चेंज इज देयर. हेयर करंट इज गिवन and we have to find the resistance first. So this given voltage applied is 230 volt, initial current I1 is equal to 3.2 ampere, steady current I2 is equal to 2.8 ampere, room temperature T1 is equal to 27 degrees Celsius, T2 we have to find, alpha is given. So this is the formula, same formula. R2 is equal to R1 into 1 plus alpha into T2 minus T1. Here firstly we will find R1. R1 is equal to V upon I1. V is 230, I1 is 3.2. So we will get R1 is equal to 71.875 ohm. Similarly R2 is equal to V upon I2 is equal to 230 upon 2.8. On dividing we will get 82.143 ohm. Now T1 is 27 degrees Celsius, T2 we have to find, alpha is this, R1 R2 we have calculated. Formula of T2 will be R2 minus R1 upon R1 into alpha plus T1. Put all these values. R2 कितना है? 82.143 minus R1 71.875 upon R1 71.875 into alpha की वैल्यू 1.7 into 10 raised to power minus 4 plus T1 that is 27. On solving we will get T2 is equal to 867.35 degrees Celsius. This is the next question. This circuit is given. Determine the current in each branch of the network shown in figure. ये आपको फिगर गिवन है, आपने ईच ब्रांच में करंट फाइंड आउट करना है. Here firstly we will assume the currents in different sides. Here we are suppose I is the current drawn from the source of 10 volt and that is further divided. When I current reaches from point A, then there are two paths. Let us suppose I1 is the current through side AB and I4 is the current through side AD. So from Kirchhoff's first law we can say I is equal to I1 plus I4. Then I1 will reach at point B. There are again two paths. Suppose I2 is the current through side BC and I3 is the current through side BD. Similarly, when I4 will reach at point D, then the I3 is also reaching at point D. Then finally, I5 is the current through side DC. So I5 is equal to I3 plus I4. Finally, at point C, the current from side BC is I2 and current from side DC is I5, and finally it will become I5 plus I3, sorry. So this is the same diagram, and from Kirchhoff's first law, at point A, I is equal to I1 plus I4. At point B, I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. So I2 is equal to I1 minus I3. At point C or D, at point D, I5 is equal to I3 plus I4. These are the three equations which we get from Kirchhoff's first law from points A, B and D. Then apply Kirchhoff's second law. Firstly, select the loop. We have selected loop A, B, D, A. So firstly we will move from A to B, then B to D, then D to A. And we know that when we move from higher potential to lower potential, we take positive, and when we move lower to higher potential, then we will take negative. So firstly we will move from A to B in the direction of current. So it is taken as positive because we know that current always flow from higher potential to lower potential. So A to B, it is taken as positive because it is in the direction of current. So it will be 10 I1. Then B to D, it is again in the direction of current, then it will be 5 I3. Then D to A, it is opposite to the direction of current, so it is negative. So minus 5 I4 is equal to 0. So this is the equation. 10 I1 in the direction of current plus 5 I3 in the direction of current, then minus 5 I4 opposite to the direction of current is equal to 0. Now what we will do? Just take 5 common from above equation. We will get 2 I1 plus I3 minus I4 is equal to 0. This is equation number 4. Now next loop. B, C, D, B. Starting from point B. B to C, then C to D, then D to B. Again B to C in the direction of current, positive, 5 I2. C to D, opposite to the direction of current, so minus 10 I5. Then D to B, opposite to the direction of current, minus 5 I3 is equal to 0. So this will be the equation. 5 I2 minus 10 I5 minus 5 I3 is equal to 0. Again take 5 common. I2 minus 2 I5 minus I3 is equal to 0. Now what we are doing? Put the value of I2 from equation 2. I2 is equal to I1 minus I3, and value of I5 from equation 3. I5 is equal to I3 plus I4, and solve. We will get this equation. I1 minus 4 I3 minus 2 I4 is equal to 0. This is equation number 5. From this equation number 4, we can find the value of I4. I4 will be equal to 2 I1 plus I3. This equation we will use later on. I4 is equal to 2 I1 plus I3. Now, next loop, outer part of the circuit, A, B, C, H, G, A. Firstly A to B in the direction of current, 10 I1. Then B to C in the direction of current, plus 5 I2. Then C to H, nothing is there, H to G. Then there is a cell of 10 volt and we are moving from negative to positive terminal, lower to higher potential. So it will be taken as negative, minus 10. Then again through the resistance of 10 ohm in the direction of current. So it will be taken as positive 10I. is equal to 0. So this will be the equation. Let's move once again from A to B. In the direction of current, it is taken as positive 10I1. Then B to C, in the direction of current, taken as positive plus 5I2. Then C to H to G. Then cell, there is a cell, and we are moving from negative terminal to positive terminal, lower potential to higher potential, so it is taken as negative minus 10. Then again through the 10 ohm resistance in the direction of current, so it is taken as positive plus 10I is equal to 0. Here what can we do? We know that I is equal to I1 plus I4. ये फर्स्ट इक्वेशन पुट करेंगे इस इक्वेशन में, एंड सेकेंड I2 is equal to I1 minus I3. Put equation 1 and 2 in this equation. So we will get 10I1 plus 5 into I2 की जगह पुट करेंगे I1 minus I3. देन ये जो माइनस 10 था वो साइड चेंज कर देंगे तो उधर जाके प्लस 10 हो जाएगा. प्लस 10 इंटू आई की जगह पे I1 प्लस I4 इज इक्वल टू 10. ओके, सॉल्व इट. वी विल गेट दिस 5I1 माइनस I3 प्लस 2I4 इज इक्वल टू 2. दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 6. नो, फ्रॉम इक्वेशन 4 पहले मैंने आपको बताया था, वहां से हम I4 की वैल्यू फाइंड करेंगे. I4 इज इक्वल टू 2I1 प्लस I3. वी हैव गिवन इक्वेशन नंबर 7. पुट इक्वेशन 7 इन 5. तो ये 5 इक्वेशन कौन सी है? दिस इज द 5 इक्वेशन. I1 माइनस 4I3 माइनस 2I4 इज इक्वल टू 0. दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 5. इस 5 इक्वेशन में आप 7 इक्वेशन पुट करेंगे, I4 की वैल्यू पुट करेंगे. देन वी विल गेट I1 माइनस 4I3 माइनस 2 इंटू I4 की जगह पे 2I1 प्लस I3 इज इक्वल टू 0. ये माइनस 2 से अंदर ब्रैकेट में मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. वी विल गेट I1 माइनस 4I3 माइनस 4I1 माइनस 2I3 इज इक्वल टू 0. तो यहाँ पे क्या है? I1 माइनस 4I1, तो दैट इज माइनस 3I1. माइनस 3I1 माइनस 6I3 इज इक्वल टू 0. माइनस 3 कॉमन ले लेंगे यहाँ से, सो वी विल गेट I1 इज इक्वल टू माइनस 2I3. Then I1 is equal to minus 2I3. This is equation number 8. Put I4 is equal to 2I1 plus I3. That is equation number 7 in equation 6. 5I1 minus I3 plus 2I4 is equal to 2. इस इक्वेशन में I4 की वैल्यू पुट करेंगे. We will get this one. 5I1 minus I3 plus 2 into 2I1 plus I3 is equal to 2. 2 से अंदर मल्टीप्लाई करो. We will get 5I1 minus I3 plus 4I1 plus 2I3 is equal to 2. So in this equation 5I1 plus 4I1, that is 9I1. 9I1 plus I3 is equal to 2. अब यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे? I1 की वैल्यू पुट करेंगे. Put I1 is equal to minus 2I3 in above equation. So 9 into I1 की जगह पे minus 2I3 plus I3 is equal to 2. So 9 2 is 18, minus 18 I3 plus I3 is equal to 2. Minus 18 I3 plus I3, that is equal to minus 17 I3 is equal to 2. So I3 is equal to minus 2 by 17 ampere. This is the value of I3. Put this value of I3 in equation 8. So I1 is equal to minus 2 into I3 की जगह पे minus 2 upon 17. तो माइनस माइनस प्लस हो जाएगा. 2 2 ज़ा 4. तो I1 इज इक्वल टू 4 बाई 17 एम्पियर. तो हमारे पास 2 वैल्यूज आ गई हैं यहाँ पे. I1 इज इक्वल टू 4 बाई 17 एम्पियर. I3 इज इक्वल टू माइनस 2 बाई 17 एम्पियर. वी नो दैट I4 की क्या वैल्यू थी? 2I1 प्लस I3. सो 2I1 की जगह पे I1 की वैल्यू पुट कर दो 4 बाई 17 और I3 की जगह पे वैल्यू पुट कर दो माइनस 2 बाई 17 एंड सॉल्व. पुट I1 एंड I3 इन इक्वेशन 7. सो I4 इज इक्वल टू 2 इंटू 4 बाई 17 प्लस इंटू माइनस 2 बाई 17 एंड दैट इज फाइनली इक्वल टू I4 is equal to 6 by 17 ampere. Here we have calculated 3 values of current. I1, that is 4/17 ampere, I3 that is -2/17 ampere, and I4 that is 6/17 एम्पियर। अब आप सोच रहे होंगे यहाँ पे करंट की वैल्यू I3 की वैल्यू जो है -2/17, करंट माइनस का मतलब जो हमने I3 की डायरेक्शन एज्यूम की थी, एक्चुअल डायरेक्शन ऑफ I3 विल बी अपोजिट टू अवर एजम्पशन। अब I2 का फॉर्मूला क्या था यहाँ पे, I2 इज इक्वल टू I1 माइनस I3। I1 की वैल्यू पुट करो 4/17, I3 की वैल्यू पुट करो -2/17, सो माइनस ऑफ माइनस इट विल बी प्लस, एंड फाइनली वी विल गेट I2 इज इक्वल टू 6/17 एम्पियर। देन I इज इक्वल टू I1 प्लस I4। I1 कितना है 4/17, I4 कितना है 6/17, so finally I is equal to 10/17 ampere. Then I5 is equal to I3 plus I4। I3 कितना है -2/17 प्लस I4 कितना है 6/17। On solving we will get 4/17 ampere. These are the different values of current through different sides of the given circuit. Thank you. Have a nice day.